Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tabbat yada Abi Lahabin wa tabb. Perished be the hands of Abu Lahab, and indeed he is ruined. Reflection for this verse is that the Quran begins with the proclamation of defeat, showing that arrogance and enmity against truth destroy a person before their power ever fades. Abu Lahab's hands symbolizes his actions, efforts, and pride, all destined for futility. And the lesson in this verse is that no matter how strong, wealthy, or influential someone appears, rebellion against truth writes their downfall in advance. Verse number 2. Ma awina anhu maluhu wa ma kasab. Neither his wealth nor what he earned will benefit him. The reflection in this verse is that Abu Lahab's fortune and lineage were his shields of pride, but they shattered before divine justice. Wealth can't ransom the soul nor buy eternal success. And what is the lesson in this verse? The lesson in this verse is that what we build in this world, I mean money, status, passions, all becomes dust if it is not aligned with righteousness. Only deeds endure. Verse number 3. Sayasla naran dhat lahab. He will burn in a fire of blazing flame. And the reflection of this verse is that a perfect irony. Abu Lahab, the name of flames, will meet flames in the hereafter. The Quran paints his destiny with poetic justice. And what is the lesson in this verse? The lesson of this verse is that what a person embodies in arrogance and hostility can consume them in reality. Hatred breeds its own fire. Verse number 4 is وَأَمْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ. And his wife, the carrier of firewood. The reflection of this verse is that his wife Jamil was not just a silent partner. She actively fueled his enmity, carrying thorns to harm the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Her role is immortalized as a wood carrier, not only of worldly thorns but of fuel for her own fire in the hereafter. The lesson in this verse is that spouses and companions who encourage evil drag each other down. Influence in relationships can become either a ladder to mercy or a chain into ruin. The verse number 5 is Fi jidiha hablum min masad. Around her neck is a rope of twisted fiber. Reflection of this verse is that the woman who wore jewelry with pride will be humiliated with the coarse rope of palm fiber in hell. This closing image seals her fate with poetic justice, adornment turned into punishment. What is the lesson of this verse? The lesson of this verse is that the very objects of pride and arrogance can become chains of disgrace when divorced from humility and faith. Finally, the theme of Surah Al Masad is that the surah unveils the futility of arrogance, wealth, lineage, and hostility against truth. It highlights divine justice where the proudest become the lowest, and the fiercest opponents of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, are remembered only for their disgrace. And the timeless lesson is that truth is undefeatable. Even the Prophet's fiercest enemy is remembered not for his power but for his downfall. And wealth without righteousness is weightless. It can't shield from divine justice. Moreover, hatred burns the hater first. Abu Lahab's flame consumed his own fate. And the other lesson which we found in this surah is that influence cuts both ways. A spouse, friend, or family member can either be your companion in virtue or your partner in ruin. Next, the lesson which we find is that pride turns into chains. What we glorify in arrogance may become our humiliation. So, in short, Surah Al Masad is a timeless warning. The fire of arrogance, hostility, and misuse of blessings will inevitably backfire.